The third, and mean it, is the use of the words, I'm sorry.
Lord Jones, welcome back to Swindon.
Thank you.
You came here 2 years ago with Panorama, did a programme on NEETs, neither education, employment, training. We thought it was bad 2 years ago, but things haven't got any better. Do you notice a change in attitude?
Actually, the change in attitude is a greater appreciation that there's a problem, and then secondly, wanting to do something about it. And my visit today, I've met people who are young who are saying, I want to do something about this, and I've met loads of employers, and especially small ones, who are saying, actually, I'll put my hand up, I'll sign a pledge, I'll do something. That wasn't around 2 years ago. I know why, because 2 years ago, Swindon was coming off the top of being one of those places in Britain where there was no unemployment. And I don't think the penny had dropped. I think it was happening, but I think the perception was that it wasn't. Now, it's actually really in your face, and I think the employers here, the local authority here, they're all getting together to say, let's do something about it. I think there's one other thing, of course, which is that recessions are usually 2-3 quarters long. You know, they last about 6 months to a year, maybe take a couple of years to get out of it fully. This time, the nation was just getting out of it, and then bam, Eurozone. 50% of all we sell overseas goes to a customer who's now saying can't afford to buy this stuff off you. So that's actually putting the country back, I don't think into recession, but certainly not into growth. And therefore, the job opportunities aren't coming and businesses under the cosh. Will we get through it? Of course we'll get through it. What I'm really concerned about is, where are we going to be 10 to 15 years down the line? Not have we recovered from this, because we will. We're a great trading nation. I've got every confidence the British people actually do this sort of thing very well. My worry is, will we have trained the next generation? Will we have them equipped actually to make things or provide services that are value added, innovative, quality, brand? People go, oh, I want some of that. And are we going to be in that position? Because if we are, then it starts today by training people. If we're not, China will have our lunch and India will have our dinner. And that's not a place that we should be leaving to our grandchildren.
Well, Swindon is known as a snapshot of the UK. There's people you addressed today hanging on every word as a man who's been there, seen it, done it. Your opinion of Swindon going forward?
Well, you always need your emblems. You know, anything in life. You need your heroes, you need your totems, the things where people look up to and gather in role models. And in the service sector, you've got one, Nationwide. And in manufacturing, you've got one, Honda. Now, they're both tomorrow's businesses. So, you know, the old Swindon, which was railway town and all of that, you know, and Don Rogers beating Arsenal in the League Cup final, all of that stuff. It's not only yesterday, but it's not relevant. And Nationwide and Honda can be those businesses that say, we're world class. Now let it trickle down. Get this supply base to believe that. Get the public sector to think we're part of something where we're attractive. People are coming here to invest. Honda are creating more jobs next year. I mean, that's great news, you know. But so the picture is optimistic, but let nobody think that you can do this without sheer hard work, a degree of training, and actually at the end of the day some leadership. Leadership isn't just about the leader of the council or the local MP or the boss of Honda or Nationwide. Leadership's in the guts of Swindon. It's all over the place in Swindon. They're the people who've got to stand up and be counted. Pull it off. And yes, I think the next 10 years will be fine for Swindon.
And one final question. There's people who work in Swindon, work for Thames Water. Thames Water are a big employer in Swindon. Major investment from China.
Yeah.
Can I have your opinion on that? Is that a good thing for UK PLC, that China's investing in the UK?
I think there's 3 reasons why it's a good thing, and there's 2 why it's not. The 3 why it's a good thing. One is, if this money was merely buying shares off somebody else, well, no. But if this money is going into Thames Water to be used on the infrastructure of providing water, which is badly needed, well, if it means you and I aren't paying for it with taxpayers' money, then I'm rather chuffed. Secondly, is it's only 10%. I think if it was 51%, I'd have a real problem. I don't want Beijing owning my water taps. But 10% is a strategic stake, but they haven't got control. And indeed, Thames Water have had 9% holding from the Gulf for the last year or 2, and no one said a word. And then thirdly, is that I'm very proud, actually, that we're an open society that attracts investment. I don't think that China will be investing in Greece right now. So, you know, I'm rather chuffed about that. Against it is that I don't think you'd be finding America or France saying, yeah, China, come in and buy up some of our water companies. And in the long run, that doesn't help the people of America who've got to fund it out of taxpayers' money and not Chinese money. But I would ask for a level playing field. And I think particularly of Kraft buying Cadbury's. I don't think America would have let Cadbury's buy Kraft. So I asked for a level playing field, making France and America open up their markets. Now you can't do that unless you've got the moral high ground. So saying we do it, now why don't you? And the second thing is that it is very, very important this, which is that I don't want to be in a position where it doesn't matter if it's China, it's overseas players actually run the whole infrastructure of the country. I'm not too sure that's a place where Britain would want to be in populist terms. And therefore, strategic stakes, get return for their investment, help build a better Britain, certainly. Take over and control, I'm not so sure that's a good thing.
Lord Jones, thanks very much.
My pleasure.